Hey, it's always a treat when players meet.
You already know.
You signed in with Mr. Cosign.
You already know the biggest block jizzle, the rich nizzle.
How you feeling, my guy?
Oh man, I feel amazing, man. It's amazing to be alive right now, man.
Oh man, slow motion better than no motion, man.
Absolutely.
We thriving and surviving, man.
That's how, as the bull Bugsy say, scratching and surviving. I'll be here.
Yes,
Yes, man. Absolutely.
How's coming along, man?
Oh man, the hustle always great once it commences. You know, once you get to the democracy of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once it commences, beautiful. But even democracy is beautiful too. You know, it depends on how you look at it. But other than that, homie, you know, it's good. How you feeling, man?
Oh man, I mean, just try to put the pieces together, man. Try to elevation to the utmost.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
That's what it's about, homie. Every day you take a step at that.
And building a house, you got to build it brick by brick, layer by layer.
Absolutely.
You get
I like that. That's bars right there, homie.
For sure. And sometimes we find ourselves trying to build a house without the foundation and having to double back.
Yeah.
But when you build that strong foundation from the gun bust, you ain't got to double back, and your foundation is strong.
Once you realize the foundation is 90% of building the house, you know what I mean? You'll realize that. You know what I mean? Can't cut corners in this shit.
Talk to him.
Can't cut corners on it. That's the thing. Ain't no cutting corners in this shit. You wrestling.
Oh man, you can't.
You gotta embrace the ups and downs. You gotta embrace when you ain't making no money. You gotta make them. You gotta be happy. You gotta smile when you make $1. Then you gotta be happy when you make $15,000.
For sure. And it's slow. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it's fast. But you gotta appreciate the process as well.
Absolutely. Then once you get that consistency, it's beautiful.
Consistency is key.
That's it, homie. So,
what we getting into today, man?
Oh well, you know, homie. You know what we're gonna discuss today? We're gonna discuss the ID. No, how can I say it, man? I always mispronounce this word.
Yeah.
Ideology.
Okay.
Of family.
Break it down.
To me, and this is just my perspective.
Yeah,
I don't say how I feel.
Your view.
I don't speak on emotion. I speak facts. My perspective is this between family and relatives, and it's because we blood don't make us family. Because you know, relatives they bring their friends and paper plates. You know.
Yeah. They ready to go.
I mean, family, they
eating and going.
I mean, they get down and dirty with you. They wipe them tables and pick that food up after the party. You dig?
Sure.
You know, family embrace you. You know what I'm saying?
And see, I look at it like this, right? That I feel like that comes from upbringing, bro.
What's that with?
You know what I'm saying? The dynamic of upbringing and what was in your household or where that stems from and how you present. Because yeah, you can easily say, I wasn't raised like this, or I want better for this is that and the third, right? But then you got them ones the indulge in, this is where I come from. This is how I was raised.
Yeah.
I want to pass this on instead of saying, you know what, I disagree with how I was brought up or what I was taught and go against that.
Well, when you realize it, you know, all of us is indoctrinated with our family structure, culture, and values.
Sure.
And you know, so when you meet a person and their family structure and core values and dynamics is different, it's kind of hard becoming congruent. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, when you get involved with a woman, if she was raised on love, when you was raised on survival, you know, the dynamics is different.
Yeah.
You know, you understand things from a survival's perspective versus a person understanding that love.
That love.
You know, survival and love go hand in hand. Because you know you can't survive without love, and you can't have love without survival.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's important because that breeds a whole different type of animal in a person.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And like I said, family can be tricky, bro.
Absolutely.
Family can be
tricky. Especially the one that plays the villain. You know, everybody's against me, and you know that word black sheep. But you realize, and when you're a person on the outside, you don't understand who this individual is.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
And people ignore it. I don't. Once I see who you are, who you are.
Right.
And I move accordingly.
And they say, you know, sometimes the people closest to you do the most to you, right? And it be hurting because you may want the best, or you might want, you get what I'm saying, this person to or see something that you see in them that they don't see in themselves, right? And it puts you in an uncomfortable situation because it's like when you speak of family, your first mindset is that's the ones that got your back. That's the one that's supposed to support.
Your family will do you fucking dirty. And you say to yourself, I can't believe that he did it. Or she did it. You gotta watch those motherfuckers too, because you gotta understand. Especially when there's money involved. Because they're not looking at you as, you know, that's my cousin, that's my brother. They're looking at it, nigga, this business. And which is fine.
Right.
Which is fine if you're able to separate, you know, the two quarters.
The dynamic of the relationship.
Yeah, but you know, people.
So do you agree with at this point? Some shit just titles on.
Yeah, I mean, it's titles. It's just that sense of entitlement. But some people just don't really do good business. And that's just the truth. I agree with Wallow 150%.
Yeah.
Because again, I take my feelings and emotions out of shit because I want the message.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Do you have a good business?
Yeah, good business.
Is your business shitty? See, motherfuckers, they make a little bit of money. They get them a nice little apartment in New Jersey or King of Prussia. Get them a little Range Rover.
Start cutting corners.
And feeling like they customers owe them something.
I can trick them with the eye instead of with the service.
You can't cut that service aspect because either you got it or you don't. And you know, my level of understanding of business is different than most. I understand that service aspect
for sure,
especially when it comes to the customer. The customer make you rich.
For sure.
Staff, and
just how you treating people can make you rich.
Yeah, staff. Listen,
you know what I mean?
Employees and staff pushes the dream and the culture further. But without customers, your staff is just a liability. That's just somebody you have to pay. So it's good to always have customer service, man.
Right.
Have a good service
and building that relationship and that rapport is important because
it's always important. That's the most key. But you know, niggas get a little bit of money, get them a little Rolex. You know, niggas get them a little Rolex. You know,
they roll it up, take a couple little flicks.
They take little flicks. You know, get a little chain, get a little ice, and they forget you still hustling.
It steps. It's back to what I said. Building that foundation.
Even girl bosses, they get them a little money, get their ass done. They don't even put it back in their business.
Cities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You mean, well,
so
it's
too much. It's too much more self than business. You know, so
image.
That's the thing. Again, it goes back to what Wallow said. A lot of motherfuckers was corny when he was in high school. Motherfuckers was corny. Ain't nobody paying no mind. They wasn't them dudes and them bitches.
They try to live up to who they wanted to be, not who they is.
That's why all the niggas who was themselves, them the niggas who's lawyers, doctors, judges. Yeah. You know.
For sure.
So, you know, the most important thing is, as you say, co-sign yourself, man.
Co-sign. You got to. And that's important.
That's the most important thing.
That's important.
You gotta be who the fuck you are.
That's all you want to be.
Listen,
not who you want to be.
All you have in this world is who you are as an individual and your character, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And your word. That's it.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Right.